You always say that to me.
Good morning. Welcome back to Morning Qigong with the Alexandria Museum of Art and the Levy Tai Chi School. I am, of course, Lao Shi Paul Nettles. It is Saturday the 12th, I believe. Just put it in and didn't even look at it. Slightly late start. My apologies. Just had an off morning. It happens sometimes. But I did want to mention that we are, as always, and I should say, maybe not as always now, it came to my attention that Rapids Regional actually pulled the funding for the Qigong class about 3 months ago. And the museum has taken over the grant, as it were, is paying us to be here. So a huge thank you for a two-pronged attack to the museum, both for having us here in the beautiful gallery upstairs here, the third floor, and for the grant that is keeping us here. So if you don't know there's a museum downtown, you are missing out in a big way. It occurred to me a few weeks ago, I may have mentioned on here that there are people in town who don't know that we have a museum downtown. So 2nd Street and Murray, need to come see it. Very quickly, I heard some things this morning, two little things I wanted to share with you. They're very succinct, so it's very unlike me, but we'll be very succinct this morning. His Holiness the Dalai Lama has said, if you are looking for your own happiness, practice compassion. If you're looking for others' happiness, practice compassion. And I quite like that a great deal. I also heard something very interesting, and we have talked a lot here about how life is a series of ups and downs. There are going to be days when your practice is perfect, days when your practice starts late, for instance, or just doesn't really do it for you, or doesn't really have that kick that it used to have. It's going to come and go constantly. It's going to come and go. It's going to come and go. And I heard something on that theme that I really liked. Again, it's very succinct. And it runs, success is not permanent. Failure is not deadly. And I like that a great deal. We have, it seems in the West, gotten this idea in our heads that to fail is fatal to us. It will destroy us. And when you practice that mindset, you end up in a very fatalistic system. When you see it as opportunity rather than a stopping point, then growth begins, and you can't beat that. That's how we grow, that's how we change, that's how we improve ourselves. So if you're having one of those days where things are just not quite right, where you're just kind of marooned on the couch and you can't get up and nothing's happening and you're in that doldrum, it's not forever. It's not a permanent fixture of your life. It's simply a day. It's simply an hour. Let it pass. Things do get better. All right, so we ready? I think Shonu is on his way, so we may see Shonu sneaking in a few minutes, and there's no bench behind me, so I can back up. Let's go ahead and begin with our first sow, shall we? Lifting the heavens. faces backward. stars fall to earth. Breathe in. Lion wags tail. marry heavens and earth. Breathe in. Quan Ti sits on his throne. and stamp the earth. One more. I tell you, there is genuinely something about playing your form in a group of like-minded friends. It is different from anything I've experienced, and it changes the entire aspect of the form. It's different. It's very enriching. So if you have the chance, you are certainly welcome every Saturday morning at the museum. We're here at 10:30. We have ample space, as you've seen before. This is a very, very big gallery. We have ample space to pack people in here and still give ourselves plenty of social distancing area. We are masked, of course. And I mentioned before, the filtration system here with the AC is much more advanced than what you find in a residential area. This is meant to keep artworks safe. So it certainly aids us in our having clean air to breathe in and uncontaminated air. So if you feel comfortable, if you feel safe, please do come join us every Saturday morning here in the museum. Thanks, of course, to the museum for letting us be here every Saturday morning. This is an absolutely beautiful location. We have joked before, it's a very professional level of quiet. It is very easy to be in a mindful state in this building, both with the art, with the ambiance, the temperature. Everything is just very well suited to a mindfulness state. We've said before, speaking of mindfulness, that Qigong is an energy cultivation form, but it is very much a mindfulness form. The physicality is entirely secondary. I was thinking this morning as I came in a little hurriedly, that the Western ideal or idealism that no pain, no gain is so prevalent. I guarantee you've heard that before. And I was thinking, in all the years I've done Tai Chi and Qigong, the only times I have felt genuine pain were when I were pushing myself too hard and I physically injured myself. And that was my own foolishness. That was not the form doing it. That was me pushing well beyond my limits in some misdirected goal of making myself more physically fit. I don't care for that saying whatsoever. And the more I practice mindfulness and develop myself physically as well, I can see the foolishness inherent in that. You don't need to hurt. With Qigong, with Tai Chi, with any number of mindfulness practices, you don't even need equipment. You don't need special tools, you don't need a gym, you don't need a thing to hang over the door or a thing to put on the floor or a trapeze or anything. You carry the tool with you in your lungs, in your mind. It's always with you. Mindfulness practice doesn't take hours at a time at the gym or running or whatever. We ask half an hour a morning if you practice with us every morning, or once a week. You practice once a week with us for half an hour. And then you can practice mindfulness in the space of one breath. That might be, 6, 8 seconds? You can be mindful. You can do that once a day, 10 times an hour, whatever you feel like doing. It's always with you. How can you beat a system that is that portable, is that simple, costs you nothing but a little bit of time, and gives you such benefits? There is no better bargain out there. So thank you for joining us for our bargain this morning. Thank you for my students in person. Shoney's back there. Shoney snuck in on us. Always a pleasure to have everyone here, whether you're new, whether you're a repeat, whether you've been here for years and years, whether you practiced Tai Chi with me for years. It's always good to have my noble friends here. It is a distinct pleasure and a genuine honor. If you want to join us, definitely please do. Every Saturday morning, 10:30. Otherwise, every weekday morning, 8 a.m., we record the video live. It goes on Facebook. And right now, Facebook is offering me the option to leave the videos on indefinitely or delete them after 30 days. This just changed again with Facebook. So I'm starting to wonder if perhaps Facebook is moving to a system where they're going to be deleting old videos. Because right now, I have videos for almost every day back to the end of March. If that happens, I am still uploading to YouTube. So if you search Levy Tai Chi School or you search Qigong 8 Silk and Change, or you search my name, Paul Nettles, on there you'll find all the video archives. I don't think YouTube ever deletes anything at all. So they're there if you want them for archival purposes, or for if you want to go back to the Sunday practices, for the beginners classes. I will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. on the live feed for the beginners practice, our foundation class, where we do the same thing we did today, but with a lot more vocal coaching, a lot more of the nuances and the little things you pay attention to as you're starting out on this journey. So, thank you for joining me on this journey. Thank you for being my companions on this journey. Much appreciated. I will see you tomorrow morning. Until then, please stay safe and be well.